responsibility discharging while we're still breathing and able to do so. And what I would like to suggest at this time is this. I, bifadlillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in last 35 years in the United States of America, I've seen a lot, been traveling a lot. Came across with masajid where we used to pray in the basement, renting small houses, apartments, to building the masajid from ground up. What I would like to say is this: none of these things today that we have could have been achieved without the sacrifices of our elders, immigrants, those who have worked two jobs at times to put the food on the table. Both parents worked really hard. And during the weekdays they did, and during weekend they drove their children up to 40 miles one way just to have a weekend Islamic school. So today we stand tall on their shoulders. That generation we cannot neglect. I say this because, mashallah, tabarakallah, there are a lot of young people sitting here today. No matter what you do, you could never realize or appreciate what they've been through. All I would like for you is that to appreciate them. Find a moment to thank them. And thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessing that Allah has bestowed upon us through them. And build on from that point onwards. Why do I say this? And you hearing this from a person who travel a lot and meet with different communities. Younger generation wanting to start their own institutions. Pretty sad. They don't want to have to do anything with what our uncles have done. They still carries memories of being disciplined while they were running around in the masjid. And that is enough for them to keep them away from these masajid that we have built working so hard. And they want to build their own. For how long are we going to reinvent the wheel? When will we go to the level 1 and 2 and 3? How are we going to keep wanting to have my way or highway? And I'm talking to individuals who come to Isha and Maghrib and Fajr. They're the cream of the community, where you can literally pour your heart out without thinking twice, because you know that Allah has brought them here for a reason. They are committed even to come in the Isha and Fajr time. You could literally talk to them the burning issues of the Ummah without any hesitation. So that's why I'm pouring my heart out. That is one thing that I would like for it to do. As your community is building here, you would assume this responsibility and own this project and work diligently. I went through your website, mashallah, tabarakallah. You have awesome programmings. You are doing so many things to keep youth and community members invested in the community. Invest as much as you can, but don't just come here for your own self. Every individual present here today can make the niyyah. In next month, I will triple this number. Everybody, if they say that I'll bring 2 of my other friends. Only 2. Every individual, you, everybody. If you say that, inshallah, I'll talk to my friend and bring them 2 more. If you're enjoying this, bring somebody else also. If you have only 3 times the number that we are sitting here today, inshallah, inshallah ta'ala, we have really achieved a milestone. Second, what is happening across the globe? Now I'm talking about internationally. Across the globe, it's very alarming. And it will continue to repeat itself if we don't wake up to this reality and do something about it. What is happening in Palestine is not the first time. God forbid, God forbid, God forbid, it may not be the last time either, if we don't wake up to this reality. They have one Holocaust, they keep talking about it, keeping this cause alive. How often we forget things. Could I dare remind you of one thing that we may have forgotten? Bosnia-Herzegovina. Balkan. White, blue eyes, blonde hair Muslims. Globudin Asuzovic, he said that I don't want any white Muslim existing, period. In spite of 400,000 Muslims being murdered, they failed to call it genocide. 151.5 million Muslims were displaced. The whole towns were gone. Hundreds and thousands of women was raped. Mass graves were found under the watch of America. I know deep inside this information because I work with Bosnia Task Force. I know first time ever when the Muslim really initiated the cause of declaring rape as a war crime, it was us, Justice for All and Sound Vision. We mobilized women organization of this nation. When we talked to them, they said, there's a Muslim issue, we don't want to deal with it. We said, it's not a Muslim issue, it's a women issue. Once we got their attention, they then asked, what do you want us to do? I said, we're proposing the bill. We would like for you to have 10 cities in the nation mobilize and do the protest. And pressurize your Congress people to vote in the favor of this vote. And thus it was adopted first time in the history of America to declare rape as a war crime. Thus, we then encourage America to take the lead in presenting into United Nations. When America presents something, you know what happens. It was adopted instantly. For the first time in the history, this law was introduced and passed. That was the effort of one Muslim, only one. While many of us changed channels when we were sitting with our children, they were talking about the rape. Somebody wept and cried, and they said that we simply cannot change. It is our sisters, our daughters. We've got to do something about it. You know what it took? Took this person along his board of directors to go to the local organization right here in Chicago. CIOGC. When we presented this case, the CIOGC said, we heard you, but it is difficult. What can we do? This mentality has got to go. Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam wa wahid with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, introducing Allah wahdahu la sharika lahu against 350 idols. If he had thought, what could we do? Nothing would have happened. He stood, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala supported him. And that is our legacy. That's what we want to really build on. So this person, when he said that, the organization says, what can we do? They said, I really don't know, but I want you to give me $50,000. Can you believe $50,000 only? Out of the $50,000, the reason I'm sharing is, it is you and me, meaning us Muslims did it. And I want you to know this story because that's how simple it is when you put your heart and soul in it. Allah will take care of it. You have got to take that first step. So such a big milestone was achieved with a petty change, $50,000. That $50,000 was divided into two segments. $35,000 was used to hire 2 interns. $35,000 was used to hire 2 interns for a year. And $15,000 we bought laptop, and rest of the money was used for marketing material. We had these individuals on the IKEA tables sitting and doing mass emailing, talking to the Congress people, getting the women organization mobilized. We are getting the university professors involved in these things. We try to talk to any faith leader who can align with our cause. We want to get them on board. And it turned out that people thought that we were such a big organization where hundreds and thousands have been invested in, where there were only 2 young people like yourself. $35,000. When we built the momentum, it was presented and it was adopted as a law. What I'm trying to say is America is a land of opportunity. We all believe this, we are all enjoying it. Our financial stability and status have really grown because we are cashing that land of opportunity in one way. But there are many other ways that you could cash this land of opportunity within the boundaries of law. Leave a legacy behind. There are humanity longing for women, Muslims, to wake up to the reality and do something about it. So small things like this, we can make a big difference, my beloved. So that is where I urge you all to forget not of what is happening to Gaza. Do something about it. While the momentum has been created, majority of the Fatila movement, the both people who went with the boat, 95% of them were non-Muslims. Did you, any one of you here, knock on the door of those individuals who went over there, please go, go, go? La. Who is causing them to wake up to this? Your Rabb and my Rabb, Rabbuna, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's literally prepared the whole thing. He just wants us to cash this. And if we don't even do this much, what answer are we going to give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That's the question I want to leave all of you with. And do whatever you can, the best that you can, give your best. This project, wallahi, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant acceptance for each and every single penny that you have put into this project of your masjid and the effort that you have put into. May Allah reward you many folds in this life and have many, many folds for you wait in the day of judgment. But even if it is a $3 million project, for a community like ours, should it take this long? Put trust in Allah. Do whatever you can to really bring this to pass. So you can start moving forward with a lot more serious, important projects that we need to undertake. We cannot exhaust our time and resources only in putting together a structure. This is a necessity. It can be done. It's a house of Allah. You take care of the house of Allah, Allah will take care of your houses. That's for sure. And if you don't believe me, ask those who give generously. Why is it all the time the same people are giving again and again and again and again? Did you ever wonder why? Because they understood. Allah never keeps favor onto himself. You wouldn't. If somebody is very kind to you, you would find every reason to return the favor back to them. The first opportunity that you have. You as a human would do this. You're talking about Allah, the Creator, will keep the favor onto him. He'll return it many folds. So I urge you all, inshallah, ta'ala, with having such a beautiful leadership, imams that you have and the programs that you have, board of directors who are the visionaries, march behind them, work with them, wait not for them to come and ask you. Rather, you come forward and say, what can we do? Because it is our own interest. We deposit this in the hereafter bank and invest with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will never be disappointed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to practice Islam. I just wanted to bring this to three attention. One is local for our masjid. Building masjid is only one project, but a lot of things that need to be done after masjid project is completed. So we need to finish this as soon as possible. Just like when we build our own custom homes. When we move in, we start putting the furniture, designer will come, all these things happens. So let's finish building the masjid as soon as possible. Second, globally, do not forget Muslims, what's happening across the globe. It will repeat. My humble suggestion, maybe we should invest in building a museum for Palestine. Put together funds. Just like they keep the cause of Holocaust alive, let's keep the Gaza and Palestine cause alive and see how it will respond to it. Third, invest your money where it matters the most. Politicians. Understand the system. And we will move forward, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us to practice Islam. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma bihamdik. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليه والله الله يبارك فيك جزاكم الله خيرا